I'm feeling so handsome in this right now.
Well, I
feel cool.
Yeah?
This hoodie is good. I like this hoodie a lot,
yeah?
honestly.
And what are you wearing there?
I'm wearing the, is it time? Do I do it? Bum ba da bum 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 bum. ExtraAmo podcast. Dum, dum, dum.
Yep.
What am I wearing?
Well, hard to say, but I would say that it is probably one of the best garments that you could ever own.
I honestly, this hoodie, it's so soft. It's so soft. Mm-hmm. It's not soft. It's soft. And we all know that's different. If they're soft and they're soft.
Soft. Fuck it, right there, bud.
It's fucking soft. Yeah. I'm throwing Maynard style. It's soft.
All right.
But I also, look at us. What are we drinking out of?
Oh, yes.
Is this
vessels?
Oh,
it's fantastic beverage vessels.
ExtraAmo muds. Featured on our last podcast. We had the glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Which I have right here behind.
Look
on
at
my
that.
workbench.
And where would you go if you wanted to own or purchase one of these products?
I think the link's in the description.
Well, I could certainly put it there, but we could also say it because, it's extraammo.com. Spelled, like the channel name. 1M on ammo.
Just like the channel. It's literally just like the channel. Mm-hmm. Channel, podcast, all the same.
Yeah,
ExtraAmo.com.
fantastic.
Take a look. I don't know if you could see, but we got a hat.
Okay, all right,
Very nice
all right.
hat.
So getting into it, I didn't give a last day recount of SHOT Show. There was some weather.
You're jumping ahead here.
Oh, yeah, I want to get into it.
They don't know who we are.
Well, okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Andrew. This is the ExtraAmo podcast, and that is...
I'm Braden.
All right, and he's here in La Casa de Braden.
La Casa de Braden.
And I did not give a proper last day of SHOT Show. There was some weather involved. There were some flight delays. This is a little bit...
a little stressful day.
Certainly. There was some travel, and of course, as always, the SHOT Show flu that I have managed to avoid thus far, which is quite good.
Knock on this table, brother.
Yes, I'm sure this is real wood, so it works.
Yes.
But regardless of that, I wanted to do a SHOT Show recap. Mm-hmm. But I also thought, let's make our viewers watch an episode of the podcast. So we're gonna do 2-in-1 here.
Yeah.
Right? We're gonna make you watch an episode of the podcast. But you know what I figured out? I figured out on the YouTube how to do the little timestamps.
Yep.
Right? So
great.
So it's actually quite great. So if you are uninterested in any particular topic, or you're just like, the worst and you just want to come to the end of the video, whatever your interests may be, I'll try to do the little timestamps, like the little bouncing ball in the musicals.
But if you don't want to miss everything that we say, watch the whole video.
Yeah.
Watch all the way to the end.
There's also a little thing down in the corner here or here, depending upon whether or not I know my right from my left, that will let you listen to this at a higher speed.
Yeah.
You actually hit the setting icon and then go to like a 2x.
Then we sound gibberish.
I still, in fact, get the watch time, which is kind of cool. And you don't have to put up with our pauses and perhaps lack of pacing that is to your satisfaction. So, now that I've explained all of the different ways in which you could watch this...
we're going to sound like this. We're going to be blah, 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 SHOT Show.
That is...
Why would you want to watch that like that?
That's usually how
watch
you sound.
Normal.
Braden.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'll contain myself.
All right. So I wanted to go over the things that I saw at SHOT Show. Obviously, Braden wasn't there. Why was he not there? Because not enough of you have subscribed to the channel. And not enough of you gone to extraammo.com and paid for merch. Because if we're making money, I'm going to bring him to SHOT Show, okay? Look at this face. This is a face that has not been monetized properly on YouTube, okay? We don't make enough money yet. All right? Maybe next year, if you guys... It's up to you. It's not up to me. Right, who I don't pay him. It's not up to me. It's up to you to support the channel so that we can bring him to SHOT Show one of these years eventually. Okay? But he didn't get to go, so I figured it'd be fun for us to kind of go through the things. I know you've been following a lot of the content put out by other channels, and perhaps my channel, our channel.
Your channel was always first, is what I followed. But yes, then I watched a couple of GBRS group stuff on like the KAK and all that.
Okay.
And, they did another thing. I can't remember what it was though, so it probably wasn't that important. And then I watched through class sets a little bit, as much as I could handle before it was a little too much for me. So I was like, I watched through a couple of those for day 1 and day 2, and I was like, you know what? I'll just wait for Andrew to get back. He can just tell me about it.
Right. Because my opinions and take on this is what everybody's waiting for. So, with that, let's get into it. First thing I saw was the KAK Belt Fed. Water-cooled belt fed, which is kind of neat.
Super cool.
Definitely an interesting take, right? So it's based off of a much older design.
Yep.
And one of the things that always kind of fails on your typical direct impingement AR is the gas tube and the barrel.
Yep.
When exposed to high heat. Why would they be exposed to high heat? Well, if you're shooting very fast, right? And as civilians,
fingers really fast.
Of course, we don't have a lot of access unless you're very rich to the full auto things. Mm-hmm. But there are some mad lads creating some very neat devices. Very neat devices. One of which would be my personal favorite, the Atrius Super Selector.
Yeah.
Which allows you to shoot semi-automatic, but that semi-automatic is just a little quicker.
A little bit quicker.
So I like the idea.
If you want to check that out, it's on the channel.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Thank you. Part 1, part 2.
Thank you for that. But I went to their booth. I spoke to them. They have designed this water-cooled belt fed around super cool things, some forced
FR
reset things, rare feeding from a belt, rare feed triggers, rare feed upper receivers from a belt
baggy things.
Yeah,
I would say too.
Yeah, so definitely cool because I did predict that we were gonna see some forced reset things at SHOT Show. And this isn't necessarily a new force reset, but it is.
It's to work with it, right?
It is to work with it. So I think it's very, very cool. I'm excited to see it. I think there's a little complexity to water cooled. You have to have like a reservoir. You got to pour water into it. Like, it'll work, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's got to be.
I think a lot of the FRT applications are more in the burst fire capacity, but. I mean, that's probably only because I don't have a belt fed yet. Mm-hmm. Once I get one, I'll be like, oh,
yeah,
let's sustain fire this. Let's go ahead. But I did like it. When I was talking to the guys at the booth, they kept iterating that like where this is, the limiting factor on this is going to be how much ammo can you afford.
Yeah,
it's going to be you're going to run out of money. You're not going to break the barrel. You're not going to break this. You're not going to break that. It's just how much money you can afford to put down range. That's cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of which...
Did they give you a price point on that?
They did.
Is it a complete gun, or is it an upper?
Just the upper.
Okay.
Just the upper, and I want to say $3,500? Jeez. I put it in my other video. I did.
35 and up?
Yeah, it was 35 or $4,000, I believe, which is significantly less than Fight Light. Like it's
that's not bad.
Less money.
But they're right though. Like how much you gonna invest in it? It's like, oh, that's so cool.
So I think it'll be very neat, and I'm excited to see where it goes. One of the first things I did when I hit the show floor was I went to Primary Arms, make sure that the shop was set up as a dealer with them. Mm-hmm. They had a couple of cool things. Now, they have a lot of cool things.
They have a lot of things.
I think that Primary Arms sort of positioning itself to, I don't want to say murder or assassinate or destroy or, I don't know, eat Vortex's lunch. But
you think it's just Vortex? Dude,
okay.
I'm seeing them. I feel like they're freaking their sharks, like, and Swamp Fox was one of those little fishies they ate too.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Is that a real brand?
Oh.
Matters at all? Sorry, I don't know what that is. Swamp Fox. That sounds made up. Oh, is that like Olite or Osite? Is that one of those?
Yeah, like the rechargeable.
Yeah. No, I joke. Actually, Swamp Fox is fine. No, I see Primary Arms really trying to position itself as a maker of a premium optic that is not top tier, but is good enough and affordable enough that it really starts to take things from Night Forts, from Vortex, from Leupold, like that you're going to spend a couple grand on an optic.
Really, Leupold's still a thing?
Yeah, they actually still make decent optics.
I figured they were like the old man of the optics industry.
Well, I mean, you should beware the old man with one rifle. I guess he probably knows how to use it.
Yeah, well, let me guess. Henry Repeating Arms 4570 with a Leopold scope on it?
Well, I mean...
furniture?
Yeah. But I will say, though, no, Leupold has actually made scopes for a really long time. They do a good job of it, but they never been my thing. Mostly because it seems like they're behind the curve when it comes to the features that matter to me.
Yeah.
That being said, we're not a Leupold dealer. I'm sure if I could get them for a really good deal, I would find their line that actually appeals to me in the precision space or in the LPVO space. But as a generic hunting scope, when I compare them to the other options in the market, I'm not impressed enough to be like, oh, we gotta get Leupold in here.
I was gonna say, like, what, their top pistol optic? It's the Leopold, right?
Okay, so I'm not really necessarily talking about like the Delta Point Pro.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking more so the scopes themselves.
Oh, okay. So I was gonna say, just like for the price point of that, I'll just spend the $150 extra for the SRO or the HD.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
I thought you were talking about those. I'm sorry.
No, you're not wrong. It's a really good point. So when you talk about pistol optics, Leupold Delta Point Pro, which is like its own footprint.
Yeah.
It isn't. It's technically the RMS footprint, but it is what they call the RMS footprint. So that says something. It's a good optic, but it's really very close in price to what I would say is a better optic. They haven't done a lot of iterating or optimization in the last few years. They made a good optic, and they kind of gave up.
I was gonna say, I haven't really seen them release new stuff or at least announce new stuff.
Yeah, well, it's also hard too, because how are you supposed to constantly iterate if that's not your passion?
Yeah, no, I get that.
It's sort of similar to like Vortex, right? Where Vortex is like feast or famine. Like right now they're like kind of paying attention to pistol dots, which is weird because for a long time they were like making the Venom, the Viper red dot, which were like when they came out, not great technology, and then they were very, very old. Now they have the Defender line, which is pretty good.
Yeah, the enclosed ones now with solar built in.
And now I'm wondering when they're going to care about their AR line again.
Yeah.
But my problem with Vortex has always been the same problem with Vortex.
RIP the Spark Solar.
I love that optic. It's just one of the few I actually liked. And, discontinued. But the reason I think the Primary Arms is so cool is because they can fill the void that Vortex is kind of failing. Because Vortex is a hunting scope company. Mm-hmm. They will tell you, they will say that this is what we do. And I might have 1 or 2 or 3 hunting scopes in my house. I might have 1 or 2 or 3 other optics on every AR in my house, right? So I think the focus should be in that space. I do think that Primary Arms is doing a better job in that. They've got red dots that are pretty cool. They've got LPVOs that are really awesome for the price point. They've got really cool pistol dots. So they did the HTX1, which has a lot of cool features. It sits really low, so you can actually co-witness through it, which is just awesome. Yeah. Secondly, it's American made, which I think is good.
I believe they are transitioning to more of their dots and scopes being American made.
Yeah.
I remember they started that a year ago, I think. Mm-hmm. Before the last SHOT Show you went to, they were in the they had it like on their website talking about it, but there was nothing really mentioned fully about it. They're like, this is what we're trying to do. This is what's going to hopefully be coming out soon. But we're trying to make it all in America.
Yeah, and that's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Like, every piece of it is made in the U.S. I don't know how feasible that is. It seems they are having a really hard time delivering them, which isn't great. But they're becoming more and more available, and I'd love to see that continue. Mostly just because when it comes to manufacturing, when there are pieces that require things from other countries, it gets complicated. Anytime there's international whatever, you got tariffs, you got whatever the heck, it just throws everything off. If it's all being made here, that's cool. Also, there are requirements for things to be made here for certain departments.
Yeah.
So that's neat. I'm into it. It also seems like it's a really good closed emitter red dot.
Yeah.
Which is awesome, right? I hate when we see something that's, it's made in America, but it sacrifices something to be made in America.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem like a compromise, which is super cool. Other thing they announced at SHOT Show was their new 1.5 to 12x red dot combo thing.
I'm kind of excited about that. I think that's pretty cool.
I actually think it's really cool. I liked it. I liked looking through it. One of the things that really sucks about traditional LPVO is you have to sacrifice a lot to get down to 1x.
Oh, I know. I'm aware. The one behind you.
Yeah. So I think that could be a really cool combo. I haven't, put it on a gun, shot it yet, but I'm excited to see where that goes. And I'm super excited because we're primary arms dealer at the shop. So, as of last week, we're official, guys. So
I don't know. You're probably already planning to do it, but like, I don't get obviously out to the range as much as like Andrew does, where he has one at his home and everything. But like, there's things that I bought in from the shop that we got, like that new ammo we got in. Like I bought the 223 rounds because you tested those.
Yep.
I bought the 9mm so I could test those. The 147. They're really cool. 147 grain polymer.
I'm talking HOP ammunition. Right?
Yes,
for
HOPs,
House of Pain. I think is what it stands for.
Veteran-owned
company.
Yeah, that's like my biggest thing is like veteran-owned company. I will always support those, but like the one thing, if that 1 to 5, that combo there, like I would definitely pick that up, and I will beat the crap out of it. Like I don't know if you can fully see it, but like behind Andrew is my special purpose rifle, and I run a normal Sig Tango with a Holosun 8T, if I remember correctly, right?
No, maybe Tango something.
No, I run the Tango, but the Holosun's a 8T.
Oh, yes. Sorry,
I purposely got that one because of the solar aspect of it, but. I love that combo. I run it great, but like the looks of that new one from Primary Arms, it's kind of sexy.
Yeah, and actually, Primary Arms put a lot of effort into the mount too.
Yeah,
they have they have their good, better, best on mounts, but it seems like they're actually trying to be competitive, which is interesting.
Yeah,
because for the most part, if you want a good optic and you want a good mount, now you're going to Badger Ordnance, you're going to Reptilia, you're going to
Unity.
Sure.
They're like top 5, you would say.
Well, so Unity's very good, but I don't like Unity like magnified optic mounts. I just don't like. I don't like their system for it. I'm sure it's very good, but it's not for me.
Doesn't work for you. Yeah.
Not for me. I think they're too high.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah, I don't like the availability of the mounting stuff on it.
I haven't run them yet, so I'm not.
Yep, but yeah, like Reptilia, Badger Ordnance, and there are like people like Warren. Like there are a couple different brands that are okay, but those are the two big ones. It'd be cool if Primary Arms does it right, so we go with them, right? And I know
Trigicom with some samples.
Yeah. Actually, I think Trigicom makes their own, but Vortex also is trying for the premium scope mount. I haven't beat the crap out of theirs, but I think the weight is the thing that kind of keeps you
too heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like almost twice the weight of a Reptilia.
Which one is that on? Which? I'm trying to think if I held it.
I've got a one of the higher end ones on my Tavor, my 762 Tavor.
Okay.
And that 308 SBR that is right under my TV.
Yeah.
I think I have a Vortex mount on that as well.
I've held the Tavor. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I was just trying to think if I felt it. You know what I mean?
Weight. It's
important.
What's the line from what is that movie Snatch? It's heavy.
God.
It's sign of reliability, right? Like heavy is good, but also weight equals hate. So I don't like that. Laugo, the alien.
Oh my God.
They made a double gun. All right, they made a gun where there's a mount so that you can hold both of the guns, and you can have one red dot, and drum mags,
which is wild to me.
Yeah, it's totally dumb. All right, everybody wants the Laugo alien because it's a really novel way to make it. Right, it's super cool. The mechanism is neat. Shoots super flat.
I have no interest in it though. When that gun came out, I watched so many videos on it, and because all I can see myself is pinching myself on that freaking slide. I know I would, because I pinched myself on the GTO P211. I pinched myself on the comp. I pinched myself on the Desert Eagle. Clearly, I'm not smart enough to hold slides right, so I know I would pinch myself.
Okay, well, for those that aren't scared of pinching themselves, everybody wants one. They're very neat. But the company is focused on making a double gun or somehow putting an acro mount or a koa mount on their gun. There's a lot of different things that they're working on. I would like them to work on manufacturing and availability of this gun. Maybe bring that price down a couple, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 maybe.
Sits at like $6,000, doesn't it?
It's not low. I want to say 6 to 7 is where you're going to be for most of them.
Because it's like a kit too. They don't sell it just the gun and like one extra mag. It's like a whole kit thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure the kit's worth that much money, but it's very expensive. Very expensive.
No, it's like a spare mag. It's like
gee willikers.
Yeah, don't even.
Yeah, you mean like a Torx GX2 or G2C? Yeah, it has a spare mag, a whole kit that comes with it.
I was gonna say Sig, but all right.
No, but my point stands. I love that they're innovating, that they've got these cool things, but I love these companies where they can't meet current demand, and they're trying to make silly innovations. I really wish that they would focus, in my opinion, on going to other companies that can do bigger manufacturing, right?
Yeah.
Let's try to get these in more hands.
Yeah.
If you've cracked the code on something cool, a really neat new pistol, then get it out there, right? If you're going to be this exclusive thing, that's awesome until somebody else figures it out. And we're going to talk about some other brands, but you can't rely on being the only one to do it forever. Kind of looking at you, Fluxrator, right?
Yeah.
Other people are going to do it too. And you know what? Maybe they're going to do it better or just as good, but they're going to be cheaper. They're going to be more available.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope that the Alien doesn't go that way. I hope that they can introduce a way for more people to have it.
Yes and no. I don't know. I don't know. Andrew and I talked before we started. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't know. It just doesn't interest me. I don't know why. I was making a joke about the whole pinching thing, but when that gun first came out, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And I watched. I think Grantham did a video on it. I've watched probably 5 or 6 videos of deep reviews. Honest Gunlaw, I think he did one. And I value his opinion because he's super, super unbiased, right? Jesus, I always mess up that word. But it does not draw me. So I hear you though, because other companies do the same thing though.
So what you're saying is you don't like aliens? Legal or illegal?
So what was the next one we?
Then there was the Eotech booth.
Okay.
All right. So there was the HWS 3 HD. I already talked about this on the channel.
I'm kind of excited about it.
Okay, so I'm kind of not excited about it.
Okay.
I'm kind of not excited about it because there was 4 of them on display. 2 of them didn't work. Okay?
Yeah.
And that echoes things I've seen with recent Eotechs.
Yes. No,
Right?
I know.
A lot of problems with the new Eotech optics does not inspire confidence, right?
I get you.
Does not encourage me to put that on a gun and know I can trust my life to it. However, I still do that with a bunch of guns because I really like Eotech optics.
Yeah.
But they've removed the shroud on it.
I kind of like it. I kind of like the redesign.
Well, so not to reference other channels, but Brass Facts, right, did a video on this, and if you look at the adjustments on the right hand side that were previously sunk inside of a shroud, they're now totally exposed.
Yeah.
I don't love that. I don't love that you could hit those. I also don't love that on the other side, now, because there's no shroud, you've got this big old wheel. Now, the wheel works. The wheel's great, right? We've had aim points with the wheel. The wheel is great. But now it's an exposed wheel.
No, I hear you.
So you hit the wheel, and you change your settings. You hit the wheel too much, you don't have settings anymore.
Yeah.
And that's not even to mention the other things, which is there's way less night vision settings than the previous Eotechs.
Well, that's the thing, though. From my understanding, this was just another SKU. This was another run. Like, they're going to have the previous one still.
Oh, okay. So
Which
I'm
has
sure
the
for a very long time they will.
Yeah.
However, there's the other thing, which is, again, of the 4, 2 of them didn't work. You put it on auto mode, which is their new auto mode. So for the first time, Eotechs have a auto on and an auto brightness. Super cool, right? You can leave it always on, whether it's in your patrol car, right? So you go to grab it, it's on, or it's in your safe, you go to grab it in the middle of the night, it's on. Awesome. And even better, they have sort of like the RMR HD front-facing light sensor, which I'm like a huge fan of.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. As we all know.
On the SHOT Show floor, we've got 2 of them that seem to work really well. And they were about as fast as the RMR HD. You put your hand in front of it, it goes up, you take it off, okay, it cuts down. Or actually, vice versa.
Yeah, I get you.
But 2 of them work perfect. And then I get to the third one, and I put it on auto, and the whole optic turns off. Bummer, right? And whatever, pre-production units, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they're going to fix it. But I would think that they would notice on the SHOT Show guns, maybe pull that one off.
Yeah.
Maybe get another one from out back. I would think. And then one of them, you put it on auto, and you occlude the sensor, and just nothing happens.
Yeah.
All right, so the sensor's toast. But that is a 50% failure rate on those. Not a huge fan. And I get it, right? Obviously, they haven't manufactured them yet. Right? These are demo units. Things happen. But, like, I mentioned this to people, like, at the Eotech booth, and then I went back the next day, Still out there. Still not fixed. Awesome. And then I sat around the Eotech booth for like 45 minutes trying to get somebody to care enough to talk to me, and I guess they were too busy, even though there was not a ton of people around. That didn't make me feel good, but hey, what else is wrong with Eotech? They have their EFLXCE.
So,
cool optic.
I'm
not so good with the mounting.
I'm not excited about that.
I never liked the Eotech pistol dots. Doesn't help that we got like half a dozen of them from a distributor, and like 4 of them had broken glass, and the other 2 wouldn't turn on, so we had to send it back. But even when we got some that worked, I
didn't even know we had some pistol dots.
Yeah, actually, I think this might have been before you were really affiliated. This was right about when you were starting. This is a while back. We got
really.
They've been doing it for longer than you think.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Yeah.
And I get that Eotech wants to be in this part of the market. They want to make pistol dots, but was anybody asking for the Eotech pistol dot?
I don't think so.
And is it better than what's available? My experience has been no. I'm sure somebody has really loved the Eotech offering.
Probably.
And I'm sure that the brand inspires a confidence, which is not insignificant in this space, right? If you trust your equipment, that's good. If you trust the warranty, you trust the company, that's fine. But my experience has led me to the belief that you should maybe not trust.
Yeah.
Certainly their pistol dots and even their rifle optics at this point test them beforehand. Now, luckily, all of the Eotechs I've seen fail when it comes to the rifle optics have failed within the first couple hours of using them.
Yeah.
Right? So once they last through the 10-hour mark, they're basically bulletproof.
Yeah.
I think they fixed the delamination issue, and that shroud really prevents them from losing their nitrogen purge inside. I don't know how the new no shroud ones are going to do, but you like the design of the new.
I do. So I've never had really any experience with Eotech on any of my rifles. I've got the Vortex Huey on my 300 Blackout, right? I love that. I love that sight.
Very similar.
And my only experience with Eotech is shooting with you on some of your guns, and then the ones at the shop, just taking a look at them, looking through them. But yeah, I just like that redesign. I don't know why. I just like the cut of it.
I think it looks like they asked Gemini to design them.
Yeah. No, I like an AI. Yeah.
What do you think of the $1,000 price point?
That I didn't know. Like that a lot less.
All right.
So that's.
So.
Oh, hold on. I need a minute on that one.
All right, while he needs a minute, I went to the Midwest Industries booth, and they do a lot of things.
Oh, wait, hold on. Did they tell you the price of the pistol dot?
No, I'm sure they did.
It's probably freaking $800 then if they're making the... Okay, Midwest. Yep, Midwest Industries.
Sorry, he's one of those poors that can't afford, the high-end optics.
I just don't understand. You literally want to... Nope. All right, I'm going to sip my coffee. Midwest.
Yeah, so all those videos where they're like, hey, Eotech, like, this new optic's crazy because of the price. You see, he just experienced that in real time.
Oh, my God.
So Midwest Industries did a bunch of cool stuff. They did
I freaking love them. Can I just say that? I love them.
Yeah, okay. So here's the thing about Midwest Industries.
They're cool.
They do a lot of things.
They do a lot.
But most of it is old school guns.
Yeah.
We're going to M-lock and put metal and aluminum. We're going to tactical the shit out of them.
Yeah, they're about updating.
And so I've got lever actions with Midwest kits on them. Very cool. MP5, SP5, HK. Very cool.
I ordered the 8-inch hand guard for my MPATs to do a something.
Yeah, really get that good. But now they're doing some revolver stocks or revolver braces. Very cool.
So cool.
Very cool. The thing is that I always wonder what who's the intended customer, and then what is the actual use case? Because a lot of the Midwest stuff I have, I like it, and it's good in certain instances, but you're adding a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And you're usually replacing something made of plastic or wood.
Yeah.
Which is usually lighter than the metal. However, this is really intriguing to me, this sort of year of Midwest Industries, because for the first time, they're doing stuff that's kind of new.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that they feel like they can get away with it because, like, you put a stock on a revolver in the past, we get it. It's going to be NFA.
Yeah.
We're going to have to, this is going to be an SBR, so you have to fill out paperwork, you have to wait all this time. But now, no tax stamp.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is one of those things that is worth mentioning simply because this is the new era of no tax stamp. Hopefully, we move into the era of no NFA at all. But right now, it's no tax stamp. So they're like, all right, cool. Yeah, so SBR, your Rossi revolver, whatever, and put a stock on it. Get a Taurus Raging Hunter, put a stock on it. Why not? Now, they did do a suppressor. They did do a suppressor on a 44 mag, and I did give them all sorts of crap for putting a suppressor on a revolver. And
it's gonna be so gassy.
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to talk to the guy, and he seemed to be like, "Yeah, it's fine." I'm like, "Well,
is it though?
Like, how long have you shot?" And he's like, "Well, we fired some rounds through it, and it was fine." I was like, "No, but the back pressure can actually cause problems with the the chamber timing, and all of the things. Timing, over time, you're gonna have issues." He's like, "Well, we didn't really put that many rounds through it." I'm like, Okay, I understand. It's cool. You've got a threaded barrel. You throw a 45 cal can on it. It's a 44 Magna. All right, cool. Good for you. There is a line you don't cross in the tactical world, which is, I'ma break my shit.
Yeah.
Putting a suppressor on a revolver that doesn't have a Mosin-esque system for actually pressing that cylinder into and sealing that gap, maybe not the best of ideas. But I will say their moving model on the SHOT Show floor that was rotating. And it's so cool. Yeah. I don't even care. It's so cool.
That's the one I saw. I saw a clip of that.
It's just neat.
Yeah, I was like, that's sick.
So I like this. I like the new change to the NFA. I hope the whole of the NFA is repealed. In fact, I hope all gun laws are repealed because all gun laws are unconstitutional. I'll just remind everybody yet again, right? Firearms, specifically suppressors, but also firearms, right? They're pieces of safety equipment. If you believe that we should regulate safety equipment, you're a bad person. The Gungeon. That's what we're calling it, right? There's like a lot of people referred to the sort of like under level of SHOT Show.
Tell me that.
Well, they refer to it as the
Tell
dungeon.
me the name of that.
But there's guns down there, so the Gungeon is really I think how we should refer to it.
Show.
And it's a basement. It's also like bigger than most like trade show floors, even though it's the basement because it's just massive there. A lot of cool things in the Gungeon. I saw a lot of companies trying new things. There's also a ton of people trying to sell knives at SHOT Show in the Gungeon. I don't know. Some of them were cool. There was one like Scandinavian knife company. It was like really neat, and the guy was really earnest, and he's like, "I make affordable knives, and like we sell them to the like Scandinavian Boy Scouts." And it was like I was like, that's cool. He's like, also like they're fighting in Ukraine maybe, and like like maybe when Russians get too close, you need a knife. I was like, oh okay, all right, that's pretty cool.
From 0 to 60 really fast.
Yeah.
Is this a sales pitch or a story?
Anywho's. Two of the things I really like the best, Gideon Optics.
That's gonna be awesome.
So, they make affordable optics.
Yeah.
Right. That's not their design mythos. Their design mythos is make the best thing they can, then see how affordable they can make it, which I think is great. Two of the things they were showcasing this year was the Pebble, which is their dot for the Bodyguard 2.0.
That's cool.
Very cool. So. The Bodyguard 2.0, at least for us, and I was sort of asking other retailers about this. Now I know it's one of the best-selling guns, and everyone's kind of like, yeah, that's good. Like
I've sold a lot of them.
For us, that has been like the best-selling gun ever.
Yeah, it's been like our number one.
For other retailers, it's a good option, but it hasn't been as successful. So like, I got really excited about this because I'm like, whoa, hey, yo, we can do this. I was talking. I ran into some YouTubers, and I won't reference exactly who, but one of them was telling me that that's what they carried because of their stature and what have you. And I got to thinking about it, and it is one of the smallest actually shootable guns.
Yeah, it's very comfortable.
It's kind of like about the same size as a Glock 43, but it's shootable, in my opinion, closer to a medium-sized Glock 19.
Yeah,
like it's got a great trigger, great sights. It's awesome. 380 is the right caliber. That's the size gun.
Most of
it works.
If or like whoever's listening is like, if you've never looked into the Bodyguard 2.0, look into it. It's a great gun. You get it comped, not comped.
Yes,
even like I have lanky fingers, and it fits my hand really well. And I'm not like a big 380 guy. But like, if I was gonna buy a 380, I'd buy that. And I don't know if I would buy anything else in 380. In all honesty.
Yeah. So it's super small, and it shoots well. And if you use the flush fit magazine, you can put it in a pocket.
Yeah.
Right. But if you don't, and you get maybe the comped performance center.
Yep.
Right. You can wear it in a holster. I have a whole appendix rig, just like a T-Rex arms, like a Tier 1 concealment, and it's tiny. But it still shoots.
Oh, yeah.
Now, with the Gideon Optics, the Pebble, right, it's $219 retail.
That is super affordable.
You just work it into the rear tub tail. No milling required.
Enclosed or open?
I think it's an open emitter optic.
Open, okay. I couldn't tell
small
from the
window,
photos.
but small window because they're trying to match the form factor of the tiny slide.
You don't want to have an optic wider than your gun.
I would say that it's, I don't want to say game changer because I haven't shot one yet.
Yeah.
But I will say, for people who really do like to carry an optic on their gun, especially people like me, cross-eye dominant, right? Really sucks. My left eye is the eye that wants to work, but my right hand is the hand that's doing gun stuff, right? Having that red dot allows me to, both eyes open, mesh the image, focus on the target, superimpose. It's really great whenever possible to have a red dot. And I'm actually not concerned about the small window.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about the small window because Aimpoint made a sight. No, or was it, it might not have been. It wasn't Aimpoint. Sorry. Loophole. They made the Delta Point Micro. Do you remember that thing? It was basically a rear sight, and it was like this big, but it had a little red dot in it, right?
Didn't we have one of those at the shop?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you use the rear dovetail.
Yeah.
To put the sight in, and it was cool because like you could use all your traditional holsters in it, right?
Because it didn't really affect anything,
because it just hung off the back of your gun, but it was very small, but it was actually still very effective and pretty quick. I think this is one of those instances where a small window can still work. I don't know. I haven't played with one yet, outside of playing with it at SHOT Show. Haven't shot one yet.
Yeah.
But I will say, Bodyguard 2.0, incredibly shootable. I think it's going to be even more shootable with this red dot. I plan on getting a few. Maybe we'll have some in the shop. Who knows?
You hear that, everybody? That's a future video right there.
It certainly could be. Certainly could be. I don't know. Every time I put Sig Sauer in my video title, everybody just loses their mind.
Oh, I put my hat away. Did you drop your phone?
I did.
Is that what that was?
I did.
Do you want me to talk so you can grab it?
No, it's all good.
Chicken strips and peanut butter is a terrible combo. That was your opportunity to get your phone.
Oh, was it?
Oh, did you get it?
Yeah, well, he's better at grabbing things.
I got long arms.
There we go. Yep.
What was I going to say? Oh, nuts.
I'm not sure. They're also putting out a big dot, Gideon Optics, really large window dot, very affordable, and seemed rather premium.
Okay.
Feature set. I think we're approaching the point where like the budget optics can actually be not as good as premium optics, but good enough that we'll start putting them on range guns.
Yeah.
Start putting them on secondary guns, and then beating the crap out of them and finding out where they fail. I feel like
I right now on my carry on I have the Vortex CCWs and closed emitter, and I sadly don't have a lot of time, so I'm working all the time. Go to the range right now, but like overall on my daily wearing it, it's in my backpack, it's on me, it's got fuzz. It's not showing any signs of like, what's the word I want to use? Degrading, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it's not a lot of salt on it.
I can tell you right now, like I have definitely scratched that glass with my belt or something, and it's not really like. So I'm actually surprised because the purpose of me buying that was to test it, to see how well it can hand up on the day-to-day use. Now, obviously, this summer, when Andrew and I are shooting more YouTube content, I'm gonna beat the shit out of it.
Yeah, because this summer, he won't be working all the time.
Nope.
Yeah, it's definitely because of all the working that he doesn't want to come up to my house. Like this past Sunday when perhaps maybe he had a day off.
There was
like
18 inches of snow, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, like maybe
I would have had to be at his
DBAB,
house at 6 a.m.
Ladies and gents, DBAB. Don't be a Braden. Okay, train in the snow. Don't be scared of the cold.
I want to hit your bitch button. Where's that button? Can we put that in the... I want a button that says that you're a bitch.
So instead of like, that was easy, it's like, that was bitchy.
Yeah, yes. I want that.
All right. So...
editor, put that... Oh, wait. That's both of us.
All right. So, Gideon Optics was cool. The other company I found down in the gun show that I was super impressed with was Novox Research. First and foremost, okay, because you might have heard that maybe there was a little bit of a stabbing. at SHOT Show.
Wild.
And maybe one of the Novox guys deployed his tourniquet that he carries on him all the time, as you should, and perhaps was able to aid and assist in the medical care for that person.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a good bunch of guys, for sure.
Clearly.
I ran into them a couple different times. It was great meeting them. But, more important than the, administering aid to an injured person, they make a really cool product.
Yeah. And shocker, it's not a tourniquet.
No. They make the XSD right now, which is a replacement barrel for an AR-9, but they're looking to expand it into other things. So actually, I think they started with a CC Scorpion, and they were selling that through Nexus Firearms, which I like quite a bit. They make a lot of cool things, including Kuna things that I've used in the past. So
Kuna Matata. It means buy more guns.
Yeah. It means no money for the rest of your days. Any hoozle. They started out making Scorpion barrels, now they're making an AR-9 barrel. It's an SD. So when we say SD, we're referencing the MP5 SD, right?
Oh, God bless it. If I won the lottery, that would be the first sign that I won the lottery.
Right. And the MP5 SD was really cool because at the time it was released, there wasn't subsonic ammo, really.
Yeah.
Right? So to make 9mm, which is what it was chambered in as quiet as possible, they actually bled off a bunch of the gas from the barrel, thus making 115 grain or 124 grain, which would be traditionally supersonic, subsonic when it leaves the barrel.
That's so cool.
So you don't get a supersonic crack, so you make your standard ammunition as quiet as possible. Very neat, right? Problem is, an MP5 SD is friggin' expensive. Really expensive. Novox was like, okay, cool, we can make this, and we can make it, and it's gonna be under $500.
That's insane.
Actually, significantly less than $500. And these kits work and seem to be actually really well put together. And they're not pretentious, right? Now, I did another video on their product, but they're like, yeah, so we've got this piece, it replaces the barrel, and it's ported, but everybody's talking about taper threads, right? Taper threads are good.
Yeah.
Why? Because they increase surface area, right, which means you can reduce the amount of rotational tension you need to get a good thing. You can also protect your threads from getting all boogered up, right? It's just a good way to do it. So all right, cool. We're going to use taper threads to interface with this thing we call the tube that gets us out to the end of the barrel.
They literally call it the tube. That's awesome.
and then we're gonna give you two adapters for the most common ways to interface with suppressors. As far as I can tell, it seems like it's a really good design. Works really well. It lets you use your suppressor to make a SD firearm at a very reasonable price. Let's pair that with PTR. Okay? Now, I love PTR. I think their Vent series of suppressors are some of the coolest things in the market. They're just very cool, right? They're putting out a SP5 SD. It's a 3-stamp gun.
Sweet Lord.
Now, Braden, what is a 3-stamp gun?
Oh, God, that's SBR, suppressor, fun trigger.
Except no. So here's the thing. This is a little bit trick right here. So I was there with another gentleman who was very excited about this product, and I was watching him go through it, and he's like, oh, it's a 3-stamp gun. I'm like, that doesn't exist. And so here's a trick. Did you know that if you've got a machine gun, right, it can have whatever length barrel you want? There's no such thing as a machine gun that's an SBR. If it's a machine gun, you don't need the SBR. Right?
Okay.
So machine gun.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
There you go, right? You've already raised that barrier, and a machine gun isn't qualified the same way a rifle is, right?
So it'd be a 2-tats then.
It would be, except no. The PTR is a 3-stamp gun. So what do you think that means, Braden?
I don't know. I'm lost now.
Well, it's an SBR.
Yeah.
No fun trigger. Well, here's what they did. What they did is they replicated the MP5 SD mechanism, but they did it in such a fucking broken ass way that there's two pieces: the suppressor and the SD. So there's 2 NFA pieces. So you've got Novox.
Not counting the SBR.
Yeah, so you get the SBR, and then you've got the barrel shroudy piece. That's one tech stamp. And then you've got the actual suppressor. That's another tech stamp.
Like, in all honesty, like, obviously, it's weird. It's crazy. But if, say, we didn't get rid of that $0 transfer fee of a tat stamp, that's $600 right there. That's $600 just in tats.
And their justification was, well, it's gone now, so let's do whatever we have to do.
No, but that's insane.
It's not insane.
It is to somebody who doesn't really understand like me. That's just insane.
They did the safe thing.
Yeah.
So they designed it. Now, PCR, before making really cool suppressors, they made a lot of clones of HK products.
Yeah.
Right? Their rifles, their pistol caliber carbines, like all of it, right? So what did they do? When they were designing their SD model, they used the same mechanism as the MP5 SD. Well, here's the thing about the MP5 SD. Every 500 rounds, you're supposed to use a very specific brush to clean it. Otherwise, it blows up. Okay? Now, I don't know of anybody who's actually blown one up, but that's what they said. It can happen because the ports can get clogged.
Yeah.
Because behind the ports, there's an O-ring. Now, you might think, O-rings, right? Maybe there's a better way to do that. Maybe there's a cool thing in the suppressor industry referred to as taper threads. Maybe there's a company down in the Gungeon called Novox Research that's doing it for under $500 for the entire kit. Oh, but you know how much the PTR is?
Oh, I'm guessing $6,000.
It's not. I think it's like 4.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, because what, SP5s and SP5Ks sit around, what, 3, 4? Depending on which one
Well,
it
when
is.
they're clones, because let's be real here, the PTR is a clone. Usually under $2,000.
Oh, true, yeah.
But you got to remember, there's 3 additional stamps. Yeah.
So, 3 additional... Oh my god, but what happens if...
Don't worry about it. I really like PTR. I think that this was a total frickin' failure because they tried to emulate something that was very old. They didn't try to integrate. They didn't try to improve. They tried to make what was already there. And there's a reason that not everybody is still running an MP5 SD. There's a reason that they actually went to 300 Blackout, and it's not just because of the armor piercing of the Supersonics, right? It's really cool to have an AR that you can clean like a regular AR. It's not super cool to have an MP5 SD, right, where it can get clogged, and there's an O-ring that wears out, and there's all this other stuff, and oh, okay, there's this tech stamp, and oh, okay, taking apart some bitch, right? I love the idea of an SD. I love the idea that you are not locked into subsonic 9mm, right, for your super quiet, awesome gun.
Yeah. Which I mean, subsonic 9mm is not really expensive.
It's, well, now... At the time, it didn't exist, right? But it is 2026.
Yeah.
It's not super expensive. It's available. If you're going to say, hey, we're saving money by using supersonic 9mm, you're talking about a price point, you know, targeted product.
I'm sorry. I'm still laughing at the fact because all I can picture is like, you're all excited about this PTR. You're all pumped up. You're all freaking, yeah, let's do it. Sick. ATF approves the suppressor, ATF approves the SBR, but they deny you on the third one.
Yeah, deny you on the barrel adapter.
Because you didn't fill it out right. Like, fill out what it was. Like, I just find that so funny.
And
like,
some chucklehead at the gun store was like, I don't know what this is. Yeah. It's a silencer, I guess.
Yeah. And then I just couldn't imagine you're so excited about that gun and you just get shut down on the third one.
All right.
Oh God.
Let's keep moving here.
This freaking topic.
The new SCAR. Okay.
Yay!
I have it on...
You mean the gun that the entire industry gave them feedback on 5 years ago, and they finally did it, and it's still almost $5,000?
Look at you. You've got an attitude like me right now. You're supposed to be
God.
paused. Where's the singy braid? Where's the?
Get me on a topic that doesn't
give
piss
me
me
the
off.
jingle,
Bring me
Braden.
back to primary arms. Bring me back there. I was happy then.
All right, so there's a new scar. There's a new scar.
You
All
pissed me
right,
off now.
Spark Notes version. You can suppress it now. I think it looks dumb as all get up with M-Lock.
Quad rail.
It's not bothering anybody else, but quad rail's cool. I would even say you've got the Q-Cert, which I hate.
Yeah.
I'm not into it. And you've got the...
Is it non-reciprocating?
It is.
Okay, yeah.
And you've got, what is it? The ACR, which is, I think, a Remington product, technically. And you've got Adaptive Defense that's developing a new rail that is better than, potentially, M-Lock.
I'm excited.
Right?
I'm excited to see that.
And I hate it because M-Lock's kind of the standard.
Yeah, it's the big standard.
And I gave a lot of shit to Q for their Q-Cert on the boombox. I get it. But
Don't get me started on that.
I love that the Scar is now adopting M-Lock when there's now newer, better shit.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, FN. All right, cool. In 2 years, when we're all using the Adaptive Defense, because I like Lucas Budkin's new company, whatever their rail...
He's got good stuff.
Yeah, whatever their rail standard is, when we're all using that, we're going to be like, the Scar's great, but like... Two years from now. Because M-Lock's been the standard for, what, 10? Maybe not. Maybe 6 or 7, but still.
I will be very honest. I am not a big FN guy. The only FN I like is your 45.
Now, there was another FN thing that was very, very cool at SHOT Show.
What was that?
There's a company putting out binary triggers for the FNP90.
See, that would be cool.
I ordered one. Now,
Nice.
Here's the thing, guys. Here's the coolest thing about this. The P90, right? The real machine gun P90.
Yeah.
Short barrel. It has
5.7.
a progressive trigger. And it has 2 positions. Safe and fire. And the way that it works is you press it a little bit. That's your semi.
Yeah.
And then you press it more, and that becomes full auto.
Yeah.
So it actually seems like when you actually see a real P90, you actually hear the and it sort of ramps up, right? That's how the FRT works.
That's cool.
Like, I was like, okay, so how does this work? And they're like, and I was asking, I was like, is it a 3-position FRT? And they're like, no. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they're like, no. It's like the real one. I'm like, oh, like it's progressive. And they're like, yeah. So you get a partial press, it's your semi-auto. I'm
That's
like,
cool.
oh. And what's cool too is that like, I love the P90 because of Stargate.
Oh, of course.
And I love that they actually had real P90s on set with blanks. So you can actually tell in the episodes you're shooting because you could hear the ramp up of this. Yeah. So like if you're a gun nerd and you want a full auto P90, you understand how it works. And that's how the FRT works. So I gotta get one.
That's cool.
Obviously, because I actually have an SBR P90 already. Yeah. So I get the short barrel. It's all right. It's
sick,
fucking, it's correct. So I'm going to be spending all this money because 5.7 is not cheap. But
I thought it went down.
Oh, I'm sure it did went down, but it's not cheap.
Just buy the Palmetto one.
Ah, shut up. All right, Geissele. They came out with like a bolt action rifle. I didn't
watch any.
I went to their booth like 2 or 3 times. I couldn't get a good look at this thing. I don't know if I'm just stupid. Maybe. Now, I gave him crap because my Super Duty has huge shift when you load a bipod on the front of it. The guys there promised that they are working on their next iteration of handguard that should have absolutely no shift. And I asked them, I was like, well, hold on, is this going to be some sort of, built into the upper, is this a, unit, like a monoblock, like, what are you doing there? And he's like, yeah, we got something clever in the works. Now, you know what that means at SHOT Show? Fucking nothing.
Yeah,
right?
Shit.
But Geissele has done really cool shit in the past. So I'm excited if that comes to fruition, but I'm guessing that I'll be referencing this in, a year and a half when we actually see it. I will also say, Geissele is one of the things like Savior that hands out badge holders.
Yeah.
And I got some of their badge holders, and they're kind of cool.
Oh, nice.
So, I mean, hey, good on you, Geissele, because, I would think that the National Shooting Sports Foundation or one of the other big-time sponsors of SHOT Show would give you more than like little clips for your badge. But they don't.
I don't know. I don't know. I have a big thing with... I don't know. Just be honest. If you don't know, just say you don't know. Like, oh, we got something in the works. It's like, do you though? Do you like? Don't.
Well,
I don't know. Sorry, I'm overthinking it a little bit, but it's also like, I love shooting your Geissele. I thought it was a great gun, right? But it's just like, but now is it like, is that gonna be backwards compatible?
I don't know. I don't care.
That's the big thing. See.
All right. So then we get to Holosun.
Oh dear God.
Right. The guy was like, yeah, we got like 50 new SKUs this year.
That's
I'm like,
insane.
all right, awesome. How
That's
many
insane.
of them are going to be available for next SHOT Show? And he's like, some of them.
It's crazy. It's crazy how many SKUs they have.
Right.
Because they have over 100 now. Over
100 per product line.
Yeah.
Dude, the number, I mean, you're talking even just inside of a single product, 507.
Yeah.
Right? They've got red dots, they got circle dots, they got this, that. They've
green
got,
dots. And then,
some of them are made of titanium and aluminum. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
So many things. Now,
I want their inventory space. God damn it.
I like Holosun.
Yeah.
I do. I obviously like the Iris 4. It's one of my favorite laser aiming modules. It's just great.
I only have experience with the 8T, and I've never had an issue with it for optic-wise. And then I have the Iris 3 on my MCS. I obviously haven't had an issue with it yet. And then experience with the Iris 4 with you and stuff.
They released, or announced, I should say, a new, actually 2 separate optics that were have integrated lasers into them. Which is
cool. It's kind of cool.
Really cool, especially for sub guns where there isn't space to mount a laser. You want the night vision, or even smaller. I'm thinking pistol caliber carbine. I'm thinking like tiny. Oh, sorry, you said MPX.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Well, that's what I was like, well, what? I was even thinking then the Copperhead MPX, because that's even smaller than mine.
Well, okay, so
That's what you
MPX
just
is
had me
fine.
thinking, yeah.
MPX is fine, but I was actually thinking smaller. You
Yeah.
start thinking flux chassis.
Ooh, yeah,
Right?
I didn't even think of that.
Where it's like,
yeah.
okay, I have no space whatsoever.
No, not at all.
But I would like that, night vision capabilities.
Yeah.
And of course, there's always night vision settings on just about every red dot, but they kind of suck. It's also really, really nice to be able to not just passive aim if you want to. It's, sort of active aiming with the laser is really cool. However, if you try to set this Holosun up where, you're C-clamping and putting the pressure pad on top.
It's definitely has to be a side one.
Yeah, I have a picture. I'm sure I'll put it in where it's your thumb blocks the laser. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
So you're either like running a Unity riser
Maybe.
to lift it up, or put the pressure pad on the side.
Maybe.
Which
my
really
thoughts are that this was really designed, and I don't know if this is the case, but my thoughts are it was really designed around something like a TMP.
Oh, okay.
Or
yeah.
where it's like you're gonna have a vertical grip. So
Yeah.
you attach it to the vertical grip, so you're not C-clamping. You're grabbing it on the side, and then you've got this thing.
So you feel like it was definitely made for pistol carbines almost.
Well, I've been saying
just
this for a while.
smaller structure guns.
I think this is the year of pistol caliber carbines.
Oh, I agree.
And I think it's the year of pistol caliber carbines because 9mm, for the most part, has gotten very good ballistically. You can get solid performers in that cartridge, and you can get solid performers in that cartridge that are subsonic. So you pair it with a can, and they're awesome, right? And a pistol caliber carbine and a suppressor can fit in just about every bag that you carry around with you. And I think that with all the stuff going on in the world right now, yeah, you know what? It's a good idea to have something a little bit more than... Oops. It's a good idea to have something a little bit more than maybe just your concealed carry gun with you. So I think it's the year of the bag gun. I think it's the year of the pistol caliber carbine, which we saw a lot at SHOT Show. Everybody's putting out those kinds of items. And I think we're going to see that continue. So in a world where a lot of people are carrying around a bag gun, carrying around a tiny pistol caliber carbine, maybe they want an optic that also has night vision capabilities. I don't know. I'm a crazy person. I may or may not carry around night vision in my car all the time. Because why wouldn't I? All right, look. If you buy yourself a superpower, which is what night vision is, right? It's a superpower, being able to see in the dark. Okay? Why would you leave that superpower at home? Why would you not have it with you everywhere you go?
I'm not disagreeing with you.
I mean, it's in a Faraday bag, you know.
You're ready to rock and roll.
I take the battery out, you know.
I'm not disagreeing. I think it's great. I will say I do agree with you. Like, thanks to you and stuff, like, I started having a bad gun myself, my MPX. I have, like, I talked about earlier, I ordered the Midwest Industries handguard so I can do a sunk can on it. But it's also giving me more room for a light to have on it because it's such a short rail. And, you know, I'm running the Romeo 4XT Pro.
Yeah.
Right?
Awesome
so, like,
optic.
It's my new favorite optic, I think, in reality. It's like...
It's like an Aimpoint T2, but better.
They're also just... They're not... I don't want to say cheap, but they're not cheap optics, but it's cheaper than the Aimpoint T2.
And you get in my opinion, you know, better features and, you know, arguably as good, if not better, performance.
Obviously, as you all know, I'm still learning certain terms and stuff like that, but what's the, it helps with the glare.
In the front?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, so it's a built-in anti-reflective device.
Thank you.
Or one of those hex caps on the front that comes with it. Not a lot of red dots come with that. Nope.
You always have to buy, like, that's super cool that Sig includes that.
And you've got a reticle that can be a dot.
Yeah.
It can be a dot in a circle, and it can be a dot with the bullet drops.
Yep.
Or a dot with a bullet drops in a circle, right? Which doesn't seem like a big deal, but when you pair that with a magnifier,
yeah,
it's really helpful. And when you pair it with a caliber that has a lot of drop, especially at range, it can be really useful. Now, I'm not a huge fan generally of bullet drops and red dots because they never really line up well with stuff. Yeah. But you start training around them. You know, it kind of takes on a new life when you look at calibers like, you got like an 8.6 blackout, right? Which is going to have a huge amount of drop. Well, suddenly, you know, those actually demarcate at usable ranges, right? I've always thought it was funny that, like, a red dot has, like, bullet drops. It's like, oh, the bottom one is 700 yards. It's like, even with a magnifier, he's like, what are you talking about? Wind's going to throw you more off than that.
But, like, the point I was making was, like, if I could run, like, if that's my bad gun, right? Like, I would love to run IR on it, right? If I was the same as you, if I had night vision in my truck, right? I would want to have a system in it that's IR that I'm not bringing my massive, well, not massive because it's my SBR, but, like, you know, I can't really put my SBR in a backpack with a suppressor. I just can't. It just sits out, right? And so being able to do something like that, Holosun, I just think, just thinking ahead like that. Like, they're innovating in a way that I never really thought about. Like, I never thought, oh, why don't we just put the IR in the dot? Like, I never really thought about that. And they're doing more of a holographic looking one and a normal red dot one. And
there have actually been companies that have done this before, but they've been absurd expensive.
But that's the thing, I've never even really heard it. I didn't even...
But I think that's the thing too, where you see, like, there have been laser aiming modules that have illuminators in them, that have white lights in them, that are actually good, but they're crazy expensive. And then Holosun's just like, mic drop, it's $1,000. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this is one of those things where, you know, these new optics, they're not actually that revolutionary, but they're doing it in a cool, novel way, and it's affordable. So now these other companies, they have to compete. They have to try, right? I mean, Eotech came out with a laser aiming module. It was supposed to be like $1,400 last year at SHOT Show. Finally came out. It's like $3,000. Yeah. Nobody wants it because it's not better than Holosun's $1,000 unit.
Yeah.
It's just not. So you look at that, right? And it's like, okay, is Holosun existing to be the only optics company with the best stuff? I don't think so. But they're making other companies have to work again, and I'm into that. Like, you guys start trying, because Holosun's going to catch up and eat your lunch if you don't.
What was I going to say? The other thing I'm kind of excited to see, because I want to see it in person. I don't know if you saw it in person, but they're Pro Max dot.
Yeah.
I just want to compare it to the Vortex XL.
Yeah,
side by side.
So, they have a very big dot. I like big dots.
Yeah.
I like big windows, especially on competition guns.
Like that, I shot the Ronin one on, I think, one of yours. And I liked it.
That doesn't excite me the same way some of the other things do, because having a really large optics window is very nice, right? But it's sort of like a convenience factor.
Yeah.
That, like, it doesn't change applications for me. It's just one of those, like, okay, cool. If I'm comparing, apples to apples, right? Okay, if this is more competition, I'm going to go with the big window. But the bigger the window, right, the more surface area of glass there is. And there's a physics equation to the spanning. It's like more so like load-bearing beams in a house, right? There's only so much weight that you can span before you start having structural issues. Same is true of glass. So I think Trijicon SRO, awesome, big window, right?
I was saying, I think that's the biggest window dot I have.
I think that's big enough. When we start going bigger on a pistol dot, diminishing returns for me. Not saying I don't like it. Not saying I don't like the Holosun product, because I know it's going to be affordable. But I think we've kind of got there on this is the concealed carry size, because it's the same width as the slide, and this is the competition, which is 1.2 or 1.3 or 1.4 size, whatever that size is. That's it. I don't know that we have to keep going bigger on the pistol dot. On a rifle, though, big as freaking, we could be this big, whatever, right? Now, that would obviously get in the way, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I want a big dot, especially for night vision shit, because it's, finding stuff behind a window when you can't see anything and your depth perception is gone. Yeah, I want a big window. Yep. I should probably reply to that phone call, or I'll be in big trouble. So
we gotta do a pause break, because I have to pee, and I know my dog has to pee, because he just butted his head against the door about 5 minutes ago.
Alrighty, we'll take a quick break.
Time out. This needs to be in the blooper section.
While I just pushing his way into the room.
Give me your puppies. Do you want to be on the podcast?
Yeah, obviously.
You want to be on the podcast? They just use my pants as a towel.
Oh, well, he's a good boy.
You want to be on the podcast? Huh, my little baby boys? You want to be on the podcast? Well, they don't like you.
Why would you put that?
Just, he's not doing anything. Look at him. He just thinks he's a superstar. He walks right in here. Plus, he just really wanted to see you.
I mean, yeah, he's a good boy. All right, so we're back, and we've got a dog.
That's great. He's a sweet boy. Superstar he is.
Are we doing this?
I don't know. Does he want to be a part? Ollie, you want to be part of it? Do you want to go lay with Mom? All right, go lay with Mom. Oh, no, he wants Andrew.
No, he's into it.
Yeah.
All right, so...
he's like, Andrew, can I be in your podcast, Andrew?
Of course you can. Dogs are always welcome. So, one of the things I skipped in the Gungeon, which I think we should talk about, is the Atrius, the Super Selector.
Yeah. I saw them pop up on a couple of different... I just didn't watch them, but...
So, they had a really cool booth, and a really cool bunch of guys. So I went down there and I was like, yeah, it's really cool, I think it's great, Atrius, obviously, I like. It's one of the super safe or force reset products. Has actually 3 positions that are actually like how a gun should have 3 positions. So, super cool. And
we talked about that on one of our podcast videos. You should, if you haven't seen it, you should go check it out.
That was the one where I said that some force reset triggers are dangerous.
TX-22.
Yeah, and the G-Flex trigger for the Glock.
Okay, Pop. Go lay down.
The Atrius. So I was there, and I was talking to the guys, and I was just like, hey, so here's the thing. you got to start pairing this with a firearm.
Yeah.
You got to find a company. And the guy smiles. And he's like,
Ooh.
might have just worked out a deal. Maybe stay tuned. Maybe, a month or two from now, you're going to hear about a cool announcement. So, not sure whether or not that was just a thing people say at SHOT Show or not, but I would really love to see that paired with a firearm, because I think that's going to be the big thing. Because right now, it's you buy this device, you modify your firearm.
Yeah.
When it's I just bought this, that becomes a completely different flavor for the argument that these are in common use, that these are regular things, that these are not scary, that these should not be specially regulated, that these are just another way to do semi-auto. And why are they another way to do semi-auto? Because the ATF is dumb. All gun laws are unconstitutional. They define semi-auto a very specific way. They back themselves into a corner, and we're not finding a loophole, right?
Yeah.
They are jumping through the loophole to regulate something they have no right to regulate.
Well, that's the thing, too, is like, if I ever do a super safety, I come see you. You're the only one I know that has experience with it, installing them, getting them to work right. So, like, if they are able to partner with somebody to do that, it makes people like me who don't have a lot of experience doing that stuff. Sorry, getting the dog laid down.
That's all
Yeah,
good.
good boy.
Oh, there he goes.
I'm just going to support our table here so he doesn't push that over.
That's okay.
But, like, somebody with me who doesn't really have a lot of experience installing that stuff. Like, I know eventually when you and I do it for one of mine, like, I'm obviously going to learn and you're going to teach me, but, like, a lot of people don't have you as a resource like that. And we can't really video publicly show how to do it.
Certainly not on the YouTubes.
We'll get canceled.
Yes.
But, I think that'd be so cool. I'm kind of excited to see that, how that goes.
Now, speaking of super safeties, my favorite host for the super safety, the Springfield Kuna.
BT T.9. Oh, I thought we were saying your favorite's not the DBAB.
From
Well,
DC.
This is awkward. Yep. So I know you hate the Kuna.
All right. So, anyhoozle, I went to the Springfield booth. And they had Kunas there, but just the same model that they've always had. It's the one I bought that either comes with a 1913 rail in the back, or it comes with a 1913 rail in the back with a brace on it.
And I think they partnered with Strike on that one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So and it's actually pretty
brace,
decent.
Yeah.
It's pretty decent. That being said, where are the other models? Where are the other barrel lengths? Where is the shorter? Where are the different handguards? Now, like, these things have been, like, unobtainium through distribution.
Oh.
They've been very hard to get. I think a lot of that is the Nexus lower. A lot of that is compatibility with super safeties, things of that nature.
Because they have the third-party stuff is out there for them, but it's just you can't get the original.
And it's
original
not $3,000 for an MP5. It's roller
actually
delayed.
great price.
It works well. It's just a solid product. And Ollie's back. So all of the things about the Kuna lead me to the conclusion that they should be putting out more models, especially for the U.S. market. I'm not seeing that yet, and that's a little bit of a bummer. But I'm sure they will come, especially when they catch up with production for the current model.
Well, before we move on to our next topic, what do you want what do you want to see them do for the Kuna? As a person who very much enjoys the Kuna.
So it's very hard because of the design of it, because the receiver is actually the handguard.
Yeah.
But I would love to see a handguard that doesn't suck. Mm-hmm. It doesn't cover enough of the barrel. Yeah. And it doesn't give you enough stuff. The integrated sight in the front removes so much of the front Picatinny that you have to mount stuff back on the top. If they fix that, we're talking like almost GOAT PCC. Yeah. Like
Was it an 8-inch barrel? 8.5?
No, it's just less than that. I want 5 or 6.
5 or 6.
Off the top of my head, I don't remember.
Would you want an 8-inch barrel?
No.
Would you want longer?
No. No, not for my use case. I think it'd be a great option for people who are less. This is a perfect bag gun for me. If you added another couple inches, it would start being really hard to fit into a normal sized bag.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go any shorter either, though. So I think it's right at that length. But I'd love to see a handguard that just uses space a little bit better. And if they wanted to do an SD style big handguard to go over a can,
that'd be
I could be into that.
Yeah.
But like I said, the way it's currently built, that handguard is the receiver.
Yeah.
That's going to be hard. So unless they find a system to sort of bolt it over, sort of MCX, MPX style, I don't see that happening anytime soon. But I'd love to see different lengths. Now, went over to the KEL-TEC booth. Their two cool things this year are the Stripper Clip 380, which has the internal magazine, and a integrally suppressed or SD Sub 2000. Now, the Sub 2000 is cool, but it's not really an SD in the traditional sense because it doesn't make supersonic ammo subsonic. It's really just sort of a short barrel and then a suppressor. Neat, but like...
Yeah, I really don't have a... I don't have a lot of experience with the Sub 2000s. I have experience selling the Sub 2000s. Actually, no, I'm lying. I'm sorry. When I first started into the gun world, my cousin was a little bit older than me. I didn't realize it was a KEL-TEC Sub 2000 until obviously I learned more. But it was like my dad came down to my room and he was like, "Your cousin just got a foldable gun. You want to go shoot it?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's kind of cool. I never thought about a foldable gun." And it was like the Gen 1s, 9mm, various rack in the. I was amazed by it. We brought our ARs. We brought my Bursa 380 that I bought myself. Quotations bought myself. Gave my dad the money, but I shot it and I was like, this is kind of cool. And then obviously when I got more developed in the gun world, I did learn more. I was just like, oh, that's not really it's not KEL-TEC's not a bad company. I'm not dogging them at all. They actually have great customer service.
Oh yeah.
I've had dealt with them for the shop a couple times. They're wonderful people, very nice.
Oh yeah.
But I just, even it being integrally suppressed, I'm like, that's cool. I'm building a integrally suppressed right now too. It's like,
so the thing about KEL-TEC I like is the mainstream wacky and crazy shit.
Yeah.
However,
futuristic looking too.
If you know what we know, you can do wacky and crazy shit and not have to buy it off the shelf, and you can do it better.
Oh yeah.
That being said, I love the idea because I had never heard of KEL-TEC before. And my father-in-law years ago were sitting by a fire and he's like, "You hear about that gun? It's like a great backpack gun. I think it's called a Sub 2000." I'm like, "That's what is that?" And I think it was I was thinking it was like the Wazoo, the sniper rifle, something 2000, right? Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, that's what he's referencing," but he doesn't know what he's talking about. And then I googled things. I was like, "That's neat." Yeah. Right, but he, he's firearms owner in Massachusetts, so
limited, but
right. But that's the kind of thing that I love about KEL-TEC. Somebody who doesn't really know much about guns can be like, "Oh, dude, check out my KEL-TEC."
Yeah.
Right. They don't have to learn about, taking apart an upper and a lower to get it shorter. Right. They don't have to learn about that fold AR mechanism that's kind of janky but works well. They don't have to build their own. They just go buy it and it works. And it's wild and crazy and it's super accessible and I'm into that. But there's better ways to do compact guns. The integrally suppressed one is cool though. You don't need a second stamp because it's welded.
All one, yeah.
So it's just one stamp for that. I think that'll be neat. I think we'll actually probably sell a fair number of them in the shop, especially when there's no tech stamp.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you don't need to do SBR stuff. And let's be real here, SBRs have way more restrictions in terms of travel than suppressors do.
Are they making the can or are they partnering? Did they share that with you at all?
My understanding is that it is going to come from them. I'm almost certain they're not making the can, but I'm also
they're partnering, but
absolutely certain that most people who make cans don't make cans.
Yeah.
Right? There's only a handful of companies that really make their own cans.
Yeah.
Most of them design cans and then outsource it to people who
Yeah.
are better at manufacturing. So that's a piece of it.
The stripper clip's cool though. We kind of passed over.
Well,
it, but
the thing about the stripper clip is that it's
just a
neat.
neat-
It'll
it's a neat
probably be
idea.
an affordable pocket gun.
yeah,
The problem I have with it is that the previous iteration of the stripper kit gun, 5.7 version, had some serious problems.
yeah,
In actual practical use, the feeding was not good. The use case was not good. Super cool in concept. If this 380 is bulletproof, reliability-wise,
Yeah.
feeds all the hollow points, feeds all the whatever, okay, cool. It's an affordable option instead of the Bodyguard 2.0.
Yeah.
But realistically, if you can afford a Bodyguard 2.0, buy a Bodyguard 2.0. They're
Yeah.
very good.
Great gun.
Nobody I know who has bought one has not wanted to buy a second one.
we have only had one be sold to the shop from somebody, and that was just because they were moving to a state where the mag wouldn't work.
You can have it. Yep.
It
Because
lasted.
yeah.
We literally cleaned it, test fired it, put it out. It was gone that day. We literally didn't even see it for 6 hours. It was insane.
Okay.
Oh yes.
So we gotta talk
Let's
about PSA.
talk about it. Oh
real
my
quick.
God.
So Palmetto State Armory, those mad lads, they made what they call
They're
the
wild.
Saber Key.
They're wild.
Saber Key is like a master key, like from Call of Duty. Under barrel, shotgun.
It's insane looking. It's so tapped and cool looking.
I wasn't able to get a clear answer as to whether or not they were going to have to categorize this as a short barrel shotgun. They seem to think because there is no pistol grip and no stock, that it's really kind of an other firearm, like a Mossberg shockwave.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that passes the sniff test because when you mount it as you would have to use it
Yeah.
on another weapon, it then is designed to be fired from the shoulder because that other weapon has a stock.
Well, from my understanding of, because I watched obviously their little snippet 2-minute videos,
Yeah.
and the guy who was their main media guy there that does all
Right.
their stuff, he was saying that it was an NFA item.
Okay, so maybe
I'm pretty
maybe
sure.
the people I spoke to were not informed.
That might be it. As we all know, that does happen a lot, especially on chaotic days like SHOT Show where you're preparing so much.
I want one.
I could see that.
I want one
Yeah,
because
that'd be
Call
so
of Duty.
Cool. That'd be so cool.
Because you hold Y and then and then you've got this the shotgun. But I actually think there's a practical use case for it.
Oh yeah.
Not anything crazy really, but when you talk about like breaching as a
Yeah.
shotgun, the big problem with a lot of breaching shotguns is in fact that they're small because they're designed to be put in a pack.
Yeah.
Right, and then you go and
Or
you're
hooked to the plate carrier. Yeah.
right or whatever. So they're very small. If you add a good mechanism, I have not tested this, to the top of that to then add basically the mass of your main fighting rifle behind it, you could actually use a more potent breaching round.
Yeah.
So you don't need 2 rounds to shoot out a deadbolt. And I don't know how much breaching you've done, but I've played around with it, mostly in the context of somebody, I guess you would say, building a door for the purpose of breaching, which, as we all know, is not exactly the same as an actual door for breaching.
Yeah.
But in those instances, it's you usually need a round and a hit that probably would have brought the door down anyway.
yeah.
But if you are using really a full power breaching round, it is incredibly unpleasant to shoot it out of these tiny shotguns, or underpowered to the point where you're gonna want 2 of them.
Yeah.
Do I know how many instances in which a civilian could ever lawfully and morally use a breaching round? I don't know. But that being said, I played Call of Duty. I need a master key.
Yeah.
So when they're available, I'll probably buy one, even if it's an NFA item, because that shit's cool. There's the PSA X57, right? Which is basically the MP7. MP7 at home. I would really, really, really love it if this would actually come out.
I just really want it to work. That's my thing. I just want it to work.
So I have a different opinion on that. I don't care if it works. I want it to come out.
Yeah.
Because PSA also owns an ammunition company.
Yeah.
And if they start making, right, you know, the 5.7 caliber, that's going to bring the price down. Now, PSA X57 is cool. Then there's the PSA actual MP7, right, which would be 4.6.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh,
But they haven't really talked about it too much.
Yeah, well, they keep teasing it.
Yeah.
I would love it if they started with this X57, started making it work properly, and then they expanded that into these new calibers.
Yeah.
Because there's the problem now with some of these niche firearms is that you can't get the ammo for them.
Yeah.
I would love it if 5.7 became more available, especially as I am intending to maybe force reset my P90. That'd be cool. But I would really like it. Sorry, not 4.7. It's 4.6, right? So it's 4.
I think 4.6 sounds
This is
right.
killing me, right? Because I should know.
Because it's 5.7. I think it is 4.6.
I'll put in the real thing up in the corner here, guys, when I edit the video.
I'll Google it.
But those calibers are really, really hard to come by, and that's the main, I think, barrier
I've
to
ever seen like whatever the other caliber is, 4.6, 4.7. I don't think I've ever seen a box of it in my entire gun career so far. Have you ever seen a box of it?
I've seen boxes of all sorts of things, but I'm not supposed to talk about.
Have you ever seen that?
Oh my God. Mixtape 8.6 Blackout.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll be fun.
I kind of want it. I this is why I want it, and I always say this. I have had good experience with PSA. I've had bad experience. My bad experience was Andrew and I went to go replace my handguard on my 300 Blackout, and they freaking rot set it, and we couldn't get it off. Like, Andrew literally floated off the floor trying to get it off, right? So I've had bad experiences. I have run their AAC ammo. I haven't had an issue with it. I haven't had a bad primer or anything like that yet, like I have with Winchester. Everyone has different experiences, obviously. But, like, this mixtape, Volume 3, I'm excited for it, and I don't know why. And I don't know if it's because of affordability, or it's the fact, like you just said, they have an ammo company. Is now 8.6 going to be cheaper ammo? Because right now, in your boombox and the 8.6 that you built out, you were using Gorilla, right?
Yeah.
And how much was that a box for 20
Too much.
minutes?
Too much, and it didn't quite work. Go watch my boombox video, because I don't know if it was the ammo or the boombox. It seems like it was more the ammo, but it's
like,
not awesome.
That's what I'm excited for. If they can show that they can make this a little bit cheaper of ammo, other companies might start doing it, right? Like, right now, who owns the market for 8.6 caliber? Gorilla, right? They're probably the most known.
Yeah. For making the ammo.
I believe Q shows them on their website for ammo, right?
They certainly did for a long time. I think there are other companies that are catching up, but
that's it's.
I
Like
will say
Federal's not making that.
The Fort Scott 8.6 is Tumble Upon Impact is very good too.
Yeah.
But my concern with the mixtape is that I have far from drank the Kool-Aid on Q, but they make some very good points about the design of their 8.6 and like why it's so expensive and why they needed to use metals in certain areas. In fact, I think they just released a couple YouTube videos about like the design of it.
Yeah.
And
they
a lot
the
of
breakdowns.
a lot of it sort of passes the sniff test, right? When it comes to like, okay, cool, like that's ridiculous, but I get it. My concern with PSA is that this mixtape is going to have serious issues or it's going to break down really fast. That being said, I do love the idea of 8.6 because it truly could replace, inside of 300 yards, everything we use for combat. It could replace it all.
It's such an interesting round. Like, my experience is shooting. We had that Q day. You and I shot that. I've shot yours, obviously. I want to get into it because I love my 300 Blackout. You know, and I want to eventually get a higher end 300 Blackout. You were right. It was 4.6 by 30.
Yeah, that was
40 rounds too, which I believe that's what. Sorry, don't mean to backtrack for you guys as well, but I googled what it was for the caliber for the MP7. So the actual military contract MP7 is 4.6 millimeter by 30 NATO, and they have a 40 round capacity. I believe the PSA one in 5.7 is also the 40 round capacity.
Yes, but that's. They've been teasing the
No,
4.6 one.
I know.
That's the thing I want.
But it's, to go back to the MITS tape stuff in 8.6, it's like, I'm now, I wouldn't say I'm fully hooked, but I'm hooked enough where it's piqued my interest of where I've watched videos on the 8.6, I've intrigued me. Like, I would love to get a boombox, but it's just, I have other stuff that, night vision's a priority for me.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So it's like, I want to be there, and if I'm not going to jump on the MITS tape volume 3. I'm going to wait like I normally do. Like, I've seen good reviews about the volume 1, the 300 blackout, their Honey Badger clone.
Right.
We actually, one just left the shop today on a transfer, and, one of our reputable customers, he's going to tell us if he's going to run it. He's going to run it dirty and see how it goes. Like, that's how I want to see, but yeah. I'm rambling again, but
well, it's sort of like their 50 BMG gun, right? I love the idea of it, but I also don't want us to find ourselves in a situation where people rush out and get this thing, and then other companies say, "See, that's why we can't do that."
Yeah, that's fair.
That's
fair.
You know what I mean. So it's a delicate balance because 8.6 blackout is still not gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like people are just now jumping on 300 blackout.
It's still new, you would say.
Right. So if PSA puts out this product and they just don't work, what's gonna happen? People are gonna say, "See, I told you so. Only Q can do it. It's $5,000. Yada 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 yada," and then it's not gonna hit critical mass. That was the coolest thing about 300 blackout. You buy a barrel, and your gun maybe only run supers, maybe only run subs, maybe you gotta play with it a little bit, but it'll work with 300 blackout. You put an 8.6 blackout barrel in a 308 AR-10, good luck.
Yeah.
Most of them you require a straight gas tube. Like, there's like a lot of shit you gotta do to it. So, yes, I put one together.
Yeah.
I had to do stuff. Like, I had to call up Superlative Arms and get them to make me like a custom straight thing to get it to all work together. Like, it was non-trivial to get that to function properly.
Yeah, you had to put a lot of work into it.
So I do want companies to jump on 8.6 Black. I just don't want them to do it incorrectly.
Yeah.
And
You want to do it right, take the time.
PSA's track record, as you say, some of them are good, some of them are bad.
It's a hit or miss.
Just don't fuck this up, PSA. Please, don't fuck it up.
Don't demolish this little boy's hopes.
Two cool things. There was the AXR line. There was actually a bunch of things in that line. There was the shotgun. I'm not super excited about it, but I do love the idea of a tactical shotgun having AR accessories. That's neat. I'm into it. If it doesn't suck, I'll probably buy one. But it has to not suck. And when it comes to shotguns, it seems like everybody is making really okay-ish shotguns that when you actually run them hard, just totally fucking fail.
Yeah.
I don't understand why Benelli and Beretta, and Benelli owns
Panzer Arms.
Beretta.
And they also own
And then
Panzer Arms.
Do they actually?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Benelli and its subsidiaries are the only ones who were able to make a good fucking tactical shotgun, period.
And you have your high end, you have your middle, and then you have I don't know if they fully own Panzer or they own. I thought I read somewhere that they did. Don't fully quote me.
Okay, so maybe they don't own Panzer, but you've got a couple of companies, or maybe one company that owns all the good shotgun companies, and then you've got another company that miraculously is good at cloning that company.
Yeah.
That's it. And Mossberg has put out some cool new stuff. Their new semi-auto shockwave that maybe USB-S it, and then you put a stock on it, and maybe it's good. But when you actually put a stock on it or brace on it or whatever, it seems like it doesn't quite function properly. Like, this shouldn't be hard.
Yeah.
But once again, the U.S. government blows, and they did this stupid thing called the NFA. And if you haven't heard me rant about that, go find another rant, because we don't got time for that shit today. They did a dumb thing. The greatest, in my opinion, length for a 12-gauge shotgun is somewhere between 10 and 16 inches. Not 18 inches.
Yeah.
Because it becomes too long to use it for what most people use it for, which is home defense. And it actually is a great tool for that. If you understand that if you shoot down a hallway, you still need to fucking aim, because it's about this size down your hallway. Regardless, there's a lot of fuck you energy in a 12-gauge. It's cheap, it's affordable, it's accessible. It's a great tool.
Even the defense rounds are pretty affordable.
But it should be in a short barrel.
Yeah.
And so tactical shotguns are awesome, but the NFA fucks up the chance for you to have it short, so everybody uses 16 inches, whatever. And it seems like a semi-auto in that barrel length. It's just kind of hard to do right. So you have to spend a ton of money. You got to get an LEM4, Beretta 1301, or the Panzer M4 clone. I think it's actually just called the M4, though.
It is just called the M4. That's the only good one they have.
So I love the idea of this new tactical shotgun, which I think is a pump shotgun. Or is it semi-auto?
I don't remember.
I actually believe it might be a pump.
I think it is a pump.
I saw it at SHOT Show, guys, and honestly, it didn't interest me enough for me to care.
To, like, pick it up. Did they let you... So...
They let you play with whatever you want.
Okay, I was just going to ask you, did they let you, like, actually pick stuff up?
Yeah.
I'm researching, sorry.
But the shotgun could be really cool. If you're a big shotgun guy and you think that I'm wrong about this, comment below about how much it sucks that I didn't care enough. But then there's the AXR PDW. That's their Flux Raider thing. I am incredibly interested and incredibly concerned. I'm interested because it takes Glock mags, and that's perfect for me, right? If I carry a Glock, it'd be really cool to get my bag gun out and also use Glock mags. Super cool, right? How important is that? Not very. It'd just be cool. Like, it'd be a neat thing. However,
I agree with you. I agree with you on that.
However, where they put the safety, because now that it's a pistol caliber carbine, you need a safety. It's where, like, Mossberg put those safeties on their pistols. Has anybody bought a Mossberg pistol? It's like next to the trigger, and it's a bad place for it. I'm not a lefty, but even just handling the thing, I accidentally activated the safety.
Really?
And then accidentally deactivated the safety.
Oh, geez.
Now, with training, I'm sure I could get it. I'm sure that in time...
is a pump shotgun.
Okay, pump shotgun. Cool.
Sorry, I'm also the researcher in the middle of the podcast, folks. I don't mean to... I'm not a Norn, I promise.
Well, he's got to earn his non-existent paycheck. I like the AXR PDW. I like the idea that they're making this chassis. I think it's very cool. But I think where they put the safety is... But maybe they fix that. They fix it with a stronger D10. Like, there's ways to fix that. I think it'll be great.
Because that was still the concept one, right? Or the prototype.
Yes.
See, that's where PSA confuses me. They say concept and then they say prototype. Is it the same thing or is it different? They don't really go into it.
Yeah. Well, who knows? It'll be years before we see this anyway, if it's like most PSA things. The other issue, and this is the issue with all of the Flux clones. Flux Defense has patented or trademarked or whatever.
They did something.
A lot of the cool shit. So this, you can't use your finger to actuate the brace.
Yeah,
you have to use your like thumb, and it's kind of gross.
So when you pull it out of your bat, you basically have to use your right thumb. Oh, geez, are they even ambidextrous?
It's bad. It's bad.
Is it ambidextrous?
Yes, it is, because it's right up on the top. So you could...
Well, I meant any of the other controls. Because, so, if you haven't seen PSA's thing yet, when they go on the PDW, they show you 2 different models. So you have one where you can have the red dot in the back, like you would on a Flutz.
Oh, there's like a
or
dozen
you can
different
have
ways
it
to
in
configure
the
it.
front, but when they show the red dot in the front with the shroud, they have a charging handle to charge it, but it's only left-handed. It's not, so they didn't show if that was right-handed or not. So this is my thing, right? So obviously with the Flutz, I have a P320 Flutz, so do you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's hard for me about this. It's like I can't really get behind this. Like I'm not really excited about this because it's like I have my Flutz, I know it runs, it functions straight suppressed, like, and mine's technically fully ambidextrous because my front sight is just a nub.
Yep.
So you can use it either way. You can use, I mean, you can go either way for the deploy the brace too. It's more troublesome, but
Yeah, I don't think you can deploy the brace anyway, but with a right-handed.
no, if you're left-handed, you pull it up, you put your right hand up, use your thumb to drop the.
Oh, even you could still access it
That's
with
what I'm
your
saying.
support hand.
Because your support hand's still gonna sit in the front.
Yeah, you can. You can.
Because my dumbass still C-clamps it when I shouldn't. I correct myself. Don't worry about it. I'm okay.
All right. What we got next? Okay.
My
Sig.
favorite topic.
Okay. So, Sig's really cool. Sig was really cool at SHOT Show because I got to meet Jet Carr and I got a
So
signed
jealous.
copy of Cry Havoc, his new book, which is really cool.
He is my favorite author.
Yeah. That was really neat. It was really neat that Sig paid for that because I didn't pay for the copy of the book. They just paid
That is
for
pretty
it.
dope.
It's pretty
cool
neat.
of them.
Maybe they're just like a little guilty about their guns just going off. I don't know.
Well, they have a fits for that.
Yeah, the really heavy trigger or whatever.
The GT4 and GTA5.
Oh, okay.
And
Yes, we would like you to forget. We would like you to forget about the 320. We now have the
320 doesn't exist
P211.
anymore.
So obviously the P211 GTO, we've done a video on it. It's their new 2011. It's very, very cool. They now have 2 new models, the GT4 and the GT5.
Yep.
GT4 is more for concealed carry, maybe. And the what?
Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just wondering did you get hands on with it at all?
Yeah.
Do you know if the GTA4 is taking the 17 round mads or the 15 round mads?
You know what? I didn't check. All I know is it's significantly shorter than the GTO.
So probably the 15, the compact mads. Because they're still taking the P320 mads, is what I read.
Yes.
I
feel like it had a different base pad. And this is maybe me being wrong here, but I feel like there was a new metal base pad to whatever magazine it came with. So I could be wrong.
Obviously, as you all know, I'm a big Sig fan, so I'm very excited about this because I don't mind compensated firearms. I really don't. It's just not my full cup of tea. And I have the P211 GTO, but when they announced the GTA 4 and 5, like, I don't really plan on buying a 5 because it's pretty much the same as my compensator. But I do want that GT4. I keep saying GT, like GTO.
Yeah, like Grand Theft Auto. Yeah.
Nope, it takes 17 round mads.
Okay, and is it actually the standard 320 mag, or was I right about it being maybe? Like, go up to the pictures. Pictures will tell you. Okay. That looks like a different base pad to me, my friend.
It definitely looks like a different base pad.
Yes. So Andrew was, even not paying attention, a little bit more attentive than they give me credit for.
Supplied with 320 steel mads.
Well, aren't
221 and 117. They are all steel mads. So, is this?
It might just be
it
might just be a weird base pad. I could see that.
Are they updating the 17s? Maybe.
I'm not sure.
They do a lot of weird stuff,
but Sig had some cool products there. When I was at the Sports South show way back, they had the new Warp they announced, which is their version of the laser rangefinder ballistic computer.
Yes.
Sits on the top rail.
Yeah.
They had a working demo of that, which was very cool, and I would say impressively fast.
Yeah.
But we've also had one of those on order through the shop since Sig Next in April.
Yeah.
April, May, right? Wherever it was. And they said we would definitely have it by fall.
We're in winter.
And they said, well, by the holidays for sure. And then now, I just heard today, March or April.
Jesus.
So,
It's all right.
maybe someday.
It can
maybe
show up
someday.
with our Sig Laugo outfits. Ooh, too soon?
Ooh.
Too soon?
Ooh, you're killing me there, man. Hey, look at that.
So, one of the things, I like I said in the beginning of the podcast, it's like I watch a little bit of content, after our podcast today, I'll probably watch a little bit more, just so I can catch up on some stuff that I might have missed. It's hard for me to sit and watch another channel make an hour-long video, and they're not really actually like showing the product. They're just talking with the whatever company rep.
Oh, so like what we're doing, only without the company rep.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
But
All right. Cool.
But the cool part about what we talked about is that you have pictures to show the product that we talked about.
I have some pictures.
Yeah, but like, I'm talking like, well, how do I want to say this? I want to say this. It's basically like, so like, I don't mean to channel drop, but like Classic Firearms, for example. I love Matt, I love Matt and Jason. They're great guys. They ask they ask questions that you and I would ask.
Sure.
Right? But they don't show the product, and that's what bothers me. It's like I want to see the product. So that's what's hard for me. So it's like if I go to SHOT Show with you next year, I'm really going to be like, before we even talk to the people, I'm going to be like, can I take photos of the product? Or can I take a video of the product?
Oh, yeah. Tons of photos. Tons of videos.
Because, like, I want us to be able to show our viewers the product. Because I assume a lot of them are like you and me, where we want to see it. We want to talk about it, yeah, but I want to see that thing.
Well, but that's what's so hard about SHOT Show. Like as a general rule, you've got a million things. And you've got to get some sort of impression of what's the next thing, right? Now, obviously, I was there. I wanted to, you get some opinions, get some impressions on products. But I was there as a gun store, trying to make deals, trying to do all this stuff, and entirely overwhelming.
Oh,
and a lot of the stuff there doesn't work, right? It doesn't even need to work, right? Like, you go to range day, some of the stuff works, right? But really, most of the stuff is, hey, let's show this off at SHOT Show, and we're going to release it in 3 years.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I do think, and I tried to get as many pictures as I could, but I didn't have Braden. So, like, if there's not enough pictures in this podcast, it's his fault, because he didn't come. He could have.
Well, technically, it's not my fault. It's totally their fault.
Correct. It is your fault, because we don't have enough people. So, hey, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Definitely watch this 3 or 4 times. Because it helps.
I don't mean to change our subject from what we were talking about, but I just kind of popped in my head. Were you able to check out the Smith & Wesson booth? So they got the new Performance Center. All metal, right? New.
Oh, they've got a... Okay, so, like, I was really disappointed with Smith & Wesson.
Okay, yeah.
As a general rule. They did not have very much that was new at all. They had their, like, new releases. I'm like, yeah, that was released in, like, May.
Was that multicolored comped one?
Yeah, so I like Smith & Wesson. But they don't move very fast.
Yeah.
They released a couple lever actions, which were kind of neat a while ago. We've already seen them.
Yeah.
They released a revolver that is a little tactical.
Okay.
Kind of neat.
I haven't seen that yet.
It was a while ago. Then they've got a couple of the M&P 15s, different configurations,
Yeah.
like an SBR. They've
saw
got
those,
a more modernized M&P. That's not that new.
That's the Sport 3 variant or whatever.
They were super excited about their Bodyguard 2.0 Performance Center with the comp. That's old now.
Yeah.
But their big announcement was that they have a M&P that is cut for the KOA. The aim point.
Yeah, I
CON.
saw that.
Super cool, right? You go up to it and they're law enforcement only.
Yeah, because you can't buy the KOA dot itself as a civilian. You can't.
Yeah, I might have one, but I guess I'm in a secret club now. Law enforcement only. And I go over to the guys in the booth. And I'm like, hey, law enforcement only. What's that about? One of them's like decides to give me attitude, right? Mm-hmm. He's like, well, I just decided that would be that is how it will be. And I'm like, well, your customers might decide that how it will be is that they will stop buying your products if you're going to do law enforcement only. And he got like wicked, like, oh, well, actually, no, it's an aim point thing. They're not available. And I'm like, dude, you were joking around. I threw it back at you. Don't be sensitive.
Yeah.
Right? This is a trade show. But I think that's the problem with this. Mm-hmm. The coolest thing that Smith & Wesson brought to SHOT Show was something that no one can have except for some law enforcement agencies. Yeah. Neat.
It's just, what's the point of bringing it to SHOT Show then?
Well,
just like our military and law enforcement.
So exactly a year before SHOT Show started, Glock had a 1-year agreement for the KOA. Yeah. So the first day of SHOT Show was technically the first time that any company could show, hey, we're making stuff for the KOA. Yeah. Which is actually a great optic. How it actually integrates with the slides is really great. It doesn't put a ton of force or tension on the screws that mount to the slide. It actually has beaver taily stuff that just it's a good design.
I love my 19 KOA.
It's a good window. Like it's everything about it.
Very nice.
It's just fucking fine.
Yeah.
The issue is that civilians can't get them, I guess. Yeah. And that might have something to do with the military moving away from the 320 because it just goes off or something.
Allegedly.
I don't know, man. I saw this.
Don't worry about it.
I saw this, Don't
worry about it.
I saw Minneapolis.
Don't worry about it.
I saw this, this video of maybe some shit happening.
You're gonna get us canceled.
I'm just saying, maybe perhaps it was the, it was the shot heard round the icy world. How about that? Can we call it that? Can we say it was the shot heard round? Because there was an ice storm, right? This past few weeks was an ice storm. It was very cold.
Yeah, Braden was shoveling.
It was a storm of ice.
Braden was shoveling and freezing his butt off while Andrew was in nice warm Vegas.
Dude, it was cold there too. It's actually unpleasantly cold.
Like Florida cold? It's 60
like
and they
cold.
Put a hoodie on?
No, it was like 40-ish. It was in the 40s. It was unpleasantly cold.
Well,
anyways.
I think it's time.
Time for me to go to sleep. We've been at this for way too long.
Is currently at the recording 11:39 p.m.
You can't just timestamp a recording like that.
I want the people to know how hard we work for them.
Yeah. Okay, so we work very hard. And very late, and we both have full-time jobs, and you work every day of the week, and I play somebody who works every day of the week on TV.
you work every day of the week, buddy. Relax.
But
it's a lot to be your assistant. You're a very demanding person.
I am. Also, it was late at night, and one of the television stations was playing that movie, The Devil Wears Prada.
Oh dear God!
It just reminded me that I could be a lot worse.
You really? You're a great boss. So you guys want to see my whip marks here?
All right. Well, with that, this has been the ExtraAmo podcast. I've been Andrew. He's been
Braden.
And thank you for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed some of this content and our take on some things.
I mean, I would love to see your opinions. You know, what did you like from SHOT Show? Is there anything you feel like we left out? Is there stuff that you want us to look into and kind of research and talk about?
Yeah. And, of course, as always,
Bum, 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 bum. This has been the ExtraAmo podcast.
good night.
That was good.
Was it?